Today on Up to Speed, we're talking all things Disability Pride Month, and we've got a special guest joining us to share how one of Verizon's accessibility products has made all the difference in his day-to-day work. We're also covering how Total by Verizon is keeping the excitement going for Copa America, and a reminder to get in those mid-years before July 9th. Plus, here's your pop culture pulse for the day. Did you know that Inside Out 2 has reached $1 billion in box office sales? That's the first time since Barbie. Have you seen it yet? Spoiler alert, I shed some serious tears. Definitely check it out if you haven't. And if you haven't seen the first Inside Out and want to watch that before seeing the second one, good news, it's on Disney+, which means you can get that with my plan and my home for $10 a month. Now, let's get into the show. Hey V-Team, happy Tuesday. We've got a really nice show for you today with some awesome guests. And as you saw in the tease of today's show, our big topic today is Disability Pride Month. So I wanted to kick off the show with a self-description, and you may be asking yourselves, what does that mean? Well, essentially, this is done to be inclusive to those who are in the low vision or blind community. It helps provide a more complete picture of who is speaking. So, this is Jen speaking. My pronouns are she, her. I'm white with brown curly hair, and I'm wearing a tan-colored turtleneck with white pants. I'm coming to you live today from our Basking Ridge office in New Jersey. Joining me virtually throughout today's show is our American Sign Language interpreter, Carly Ayalise. And in case you weren't aware, in the spirit of always being as inclusive as possible, we do have a professional live captioning all of our shows. Shout out to Tracy Okura, who's quite literally typing out the words that I'm speaking right now. All right, well, before we delve deeper into this very special month and all the ways in which we're celebrating, I'd be remiss to not give a quick recap of our major announcement last week. V-Team, as you know, this is a new chapter for Verizon. Last Wednesday, we were live from Bryant Park, hearing from our leaders on our new purpose and values, brand refresh, and exciting new products like My Home and Verizon Access. We're building on our history and known attributes to focus on how our customers live, work, and play. And the V-Team is loving the direction we're moving in. But don't just take that from me. Check this out.
So excited. I may have gotten a little emotional when we saw the reveal.
I feel excited. I feel ignited.
I've been here for 16 years, and I feel totally energized with everything I just saw.
The V is fantastic. The uniforms look great that we're going to, down the line, have all over the place.
I thought it was really good. I enjoyed the difference in the colors, how it brightened everything up.
I'm so excited about all the changes that are coming our way. The new logo, the unification.
The fact that you can customize it to your different clients and customers and age groups, I think that's very key.
Definitely skeptical at first, but by the end I was really energized.
The connections, the V connections, how everything you can relate, you could put on part of our emblem.
It feels fresh and brand new. Love it.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Love to hear all of those amazing perspectives. Now, to continue reliving all the last week's excitement, be sure to check out the replay with plenty of useful links, and you can find that information in today's story. All right, well, if you haven't noticed, team, every month we find a reason to celebrate and recognize the special folks that make up our company, and July marks the beginning of Disability Pride Month, a time to dedicate and recognize the celebrations and contributions of individuals with disabilities that are seen and unseen. This month provides a crucial opportunity for us to highlight the importance of inclusion, accessibility, and equal opportunities for all. But I don't want to do this by myself, so let me invite a few friends to join me. Please give a warm Up to Speed welcome to Executive Advisory Board member and SVP of HR, Michelle Goldman, and Advanced Global Finance Lead, Jean Marston. Ladies, come on in. Thank you so much for being here today. So, I understand that the theme for this month is different than, not less than. That is such a powerful statement. I would love to know why it is that Advance chose this. And Michelle, I'll start with you if you can tell me a little bit about just your background and what the theme means to you.
Absolutely. So this is Michelle speaking. My pronouns are she and her. I'm white with dark brown hair, and I'm wearing my favorite Advance ERG shirt today. First of all, I love this theme too. Just to share a brief background, I've been with Verizon for over 20 years. And before I moved to Human Resources, I was an employment lawyer in our legal department. Now, in that role, I had the opportunity to advocate for our V team on ADA-related issues to ensure that we're truly doing right by our employees with disabilities. And so when I joined the HR team and I was asked to be part of the executive advisory board for Advance, it was a natural transition and an automatic yes for me. So getting back to your question, Jen, about the theme.
Yeah.
As you said, it is so powerful. All of us have differences, whether it's experiences, backgrounds, beliefs. Disabilities are just another way that this shows up. Some disabilities are more obvious than others, and they have varying impacts on our day-to-day lives. I've learned from this community that disability pride is about having a deep sense of self-worth in the face of a disability and celebrating how each of us is unique. I love how this theme rejects the narrative that being different makes anyone less than anyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree with that more. I really, when I first saw the theme, I loved it automatically. So thank you for sharing that and also for sharing your background. Now, Jean, how about you? What does the theme mean for you? And a little background on yourself as well.
Sure. First off, this is Jean speaking. My pronouns are she, her. I'm also white with brown hair, and I'm wearing a different shirt than Michelle this time. It says disability is not a bad word. It's green, and I have a black blazer and black pants on as well. Yeah, we are so excited about this year's theme. I've been with Verizon for over 20 years as well, so you've got the OGs here.
Love that.
It wasn't until I found Advance, really, several years after working here, that I found this great community and really felt like I was able to bring my whole self to work.
Yeah.
And so the theme, different than less than, it has to do with Verizon, how we've grown over the years and how we've become, really at our core, we've become advocates.
Yeah.
And Advance is basically a direct result of that. And we're a group of advocates and want to be welcoming to everybody, want to know you, want to know all about you, not just you as an employee.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. And this month is about everyone, right? So tell me, Jean, I know there's a couple of things that we're looking forward to, right? Plenty of ways to get involved.
Yes, we want everyone to find something this month to get involved with. We know it's a big month for vacations, so we have things scheduled all throughout. There are Slack discussions. There are membership, or marquee event is our membership meeting where you'll see Spring Lacey. You'll get to meet Spring Lacey, who is new to Verizon, the head of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we are also having our neurodiversity webinar with Spring Health to learn all about resources that are available to our employees and all about neurodiversity. And our volunteer event, our very unique volunteer event, you can do it whenever you can. Share your voice for the Vocal ID Human Voice Bank so that folks who don't have a voice can utilize one. They're going to do like a blended AI of all the voices that they collect.
Wow. That was a really, really unique one. I was looking into that and I was like, wow, you can give your voice, right? Because we talk so much about you can help do a litter cleanup and all of these things, but I mean, it's so specific to this particular month, so I love that. So everyone should definitely sign up for that because it sounds like it's for a really, really amazing cause. So very, very nice. Now, before you ladies go, I do want to ask you, just any parting words, anything that you want to leave the V team with regarding the month, anything at all that's on your heart?
Sure, definitely. So I just want to say a huge thank you to the entire Advance team for putting together an amazing month of programming for our entire V team. Everyone should check it out. It's going to be super cool. And there's so many activities for everybody to participate. I hope we all remember that disability inclusion and accessibility are really competitive advantages for Verizon.
Yep, absolutely. Jean?
Well, on behalf of Advance, we really want to thank Michelle for being an awesome advisor to us and for being willing to do things like this, and also all of you for having us on here to highlight this incredible month. And of course, I'm the Global Membership Chair, so I'm just going to give a plug. Please join us. You do not have to be part of the disability community to learn how to be an advocate. You can be a caregiver, learn about empowerment, family member, friend. Disability is going to affect everybody at some point in your life. So please become a member of Advance. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, ladies, for sharing all that. I really appreciate it. And like you said, definitely join Advance. It's so important to be an advocate. And also, we have all of this information going to be linked in today's story because there's so many activities. You just scratch a little bit of the surface so you guys can find all of that in the story for today. So thank you again so much for joining us. Alrighty.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day. All right, team. So while prepping for today's show, I got curious about the most popular accessibility tools used by V-teamers here at Verizon. And it turns out there's actually 3 major ones in no particular order. The first is JAWS screen readers, which employees with low vision or total blindness use to navigate our employee applications and trainings. The second is Zoom Text Magnifier Reader, which helps folks with low vision or color blindness by enlarging everything on their computer screens. It also automatically reads documents, web pages, and emails for them. And the third one is called Dragon Natural Speaking, and it actually works by helping V-teamers with cognitive or motor disabilities navigate their computers using voice commands and dictate notes and documents for them as well. Which brings me to my next guest. V-teamer Jeff Holloway is a consultant based in Hillsboro, Oregon, and due to issues with numbness in his hands, Jeff was given the ability to utilize the Dragon Natural Speaking software, and he was kind enough to record a demonstration of how he utilizes the helpful tool. So let's check it out.
Here's a small demonstration. I'm sending an email, and of course I've cheated by filling in the to and the subject lines, but now all I have to do is say, wake up. Thank you very much for helping me tell my story today, period. I'm very glad that Verizon has a workplace accommodation program like this, period. Thank you again. Go to sleep. That's it. No more typing. It's all done. It's ready to send.
Wow, definitely a very helpful tool. And as promised, Jeff is joining us live to share more about his story. Jeff, thank you so much for joining us today. We so appreciate your time and for taking the time to be with us here. Will you please share a little bit with the V team about your story and how you actually came to use the Dragon software?
Sure, Jen. My name is Jeff. My pronouns are he, him. I am white with what used to be brown hair is now gray. I'm wearing, I believe, a turquoise shirt. So my wife might argue with me about the shade of green. Anyway, I've suffered from something called spinal myelopathy for years, which is basically, it's a deterioration of the spinal cord. And in my case, it's a congenital degeneration of my cervical vertebrae. And this has caused me varying degrees of numbness in my torso, my arms, and my hands. My last operation was to drain a syrinx from my spinal cord, which they believe was causing me some additional problems that I felt in my legs. Unfortunately, the operation was not a success, and I woke up unable to walk, and with even more pronounced numbness throughout my body, including my hands. At this point, I found I couldn't type with any degree of speed or accuracy due to the numbness in my fingers. I know that Verizon had a workplace accommodation program, and so I investigated that and found that they did offer the Dragon software to people who would need to use speech-to-text software in their daily work. So not only did they supply me with the software, they also supplied me with a new, more powerful laptop that had the resources required by the software. And I use this on a daily basis and would not be able to do my job without it.
Wow. Wow, thank you so much, Jeff, for sharing so candidly. You know, you and I actually spoke over the phone, and when we were chatting, you were telling me how taken care of you felt by the company when it came to getting that software, that brand new computer. Can you share how it feels to work for a company who you know, works so hard to continue helping you find a way to succeed at work? Because, of course, you're such a valuable V-teamer to us.
Well, it gave me a really good feeling that what I thought was interesting was that nobody was saying, you know, you've got to jump through these hoops to get the software. What they were basically doing was they were more concerned with making sure I was supplied with the laptop that could run the software, which I was pretty awesome. It feels really good to work for a company that has all these different. I'm trying to think. I'm losing the word here. I just had it too. Just the inclusiveness of what they're doing is just awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. We so appreciate it, and we thank you again for taking the time to share with us your story today, Jeff. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Awesome. Wonderful. Well, there you go, folks. Just a wonderful example to see how we're actually putting all of these practices into play. All right, well, moving on now to another important topic. As you know, here at Verizon, we put integrity at the heart of everything that we do. So to keep all of you informed and on top of the new ways our code of conduct may apply to your day-to-day interactions, we launched our annual code of conduct training on June 27th. So make sure you get that done by the August 12th deadline. Plus, check this out. On screen right now is a slide showing the different music styles you can pick from to enjoy while going through the training. Looks like you got 4 choices, including classical music and elevator jazz. As for a preview of what you'll be learning, one new focus this year is Slack and the best ways you can utilize the platform without accidentally compromising any important information. You've also got topics like respecting workplace diversity and more. And another topic to keep top of mind is mid-year activities, which are currently underway through July 31st. V-Team, this is a chance to have a meaningful talk with your leader that helps you map out and drive your career forward. So take the time to put together some notes on what you'd like to discuss, your accomplishments, how you delivered, and how you're looking to grow. This time is all about you, so be prepared and make it count. On screen right now is a slide with the timeline for management employees using V-Team Central. So you have until July 9th to enter and submit your accomplishments. Then from July 10th to July 31st to have that important meeting with your leaders. For other teams, including associates and those using MyInfo, reach out to your manager for more details. And V-Team, we're now almost 2 weeks into the 2024 Copa America tournament, and the excitement continues to grow, thanks in part to Total's exciting text-to-sign campaign. We told you a few shows ago that we're leveraging our most reliable 5G network, and with that, soccer fans can actually send a text with a message to 1-855-504-SIGN in support of their favorite teams and players. The video we're sharing on screen now shows just that, our Total sign guy preparing his signs filled with messages straight from the fans themselves. He's going to be present at 5 games this summer, so make sure you keep on sending those text messages. You never know if your message is going to be one of the ones to make it. And if you're following the tournament tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we've got 2 major games, Costa Rica versus Paraguay and Colombia versus Brazil. V-Team, it's no secret who I'm rooting for. If you see me today, I'll be proudly rocking my Colombian jersey. For more information on how Total by Verizon is helping fuel soccer fan love, just visit Total by Verizon on Instagram. We will have a link directly to the Instagram page in today's story. And with that, I hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday. I know we shared quite a bit in today's show, so be sure to check out today's replay article where you will find links and information to everything that we spoke about today. Until next time, you're up to speed.